here, and today we are going to talk about some new offers that we have at Perkins Roofing. We've decided to create bundled packages instead of kind of like a la carting roof, because it's a lot easier for people to understand a bundle or a package than it is to select between 1,000 different items. So we're trying to make the customers, the consumer's life easier by limiting the amount of stuff that we offer into only the best little packages that we can provide, because just too many options is mind-numbing, and we're going to avoid that. So let's first go ahead and look at our new shingle packages here. You can see we have this nice little one-pager that talks about Perkins Roofing. If you're not familiar with us, we've been around since 1980. We have 2 locations, one in Miami that serves Miami-Dade, Broward, and Monroe counties in Florida. And then we also have a location in Jupiter that serves Palm Beach County, Martin County, St. Lucie County, and we also serve traveling through that branch. We travel throughout the rest of the state. We've done projects in Fort Myers, in Cape Coral, in Bonita Springs, in Naples, and in Bradenton. So we're going to the west coast of Florida from this branch as well. And we are considered a premium roofing service. We focus on high quality products with high quality service, which means that you have to pay for high quality. We are not going to be performing high quality services with highest quality products at the cheapest price. That's not possible. Our promise to our customers is to simplify roofing and to eliminate traditional headaches involved in hiring a contractor, which is part of what we're offering here. We are also offering core values that we always have of taking extreme ownership, dependability, and providing transparent, honest communication. So those are the things that you're getting with Perkins Roofing when you hire us. Getting into our new roofing plans. One thing that we're doing is we're offering a bunch of free stuff that a bunch of other roofing companies aren't doing within even our standard roofing package. So every package that we offer is going to include permitting, not the city permit fees, but we're going to handle the whole permitting process for you. Free annual inspections. We do a free annual inspection every year of the warranty period. 1 free warranty transfer. We have a Perkins protection plan where we're going to protect everything around your home with plywood and tarps, and your landscaping, your pavers, everything, driveway. And after the project is finished, we're going to clean your driveway for free. We are also going to have a dedicated project manager on the job site, not just a bunch of workers that you can't talk to because they speak Spanish and you don't. We guarantee to start within 2 weeks of permit release. So we guarantee within 2 weeks, we will be starting your project of the permit being released. We offer 24-hour service. So you're going to be put onto a thread, a text thread where you can text into at all hours of night as people do any questions that you have, and someone from our team will respond to you. We do urethane wall transitions. Our wall transitions are not done, and our penetrations are not sealed with roofing cement. We use polyurethane, which is much better and also costs 2.5 times more than 2.5 times more. Costs about five or 6 times more than Bowl. We also do a post-product wind mitigation included, and we offer financing. All these things are included within your contract. We valued this up. All these things together over the course of your entire warranty period is worth well over $10,000 of bonus value that other roofers are not providing. So let's get into our shingle packages. And all of our packages have the same names, but they're just vary depending on the type of roof. So our standard, our base tier is called Perkins Protector. Our medium tier is called Perkins Preferred. And our highest end tier is called Perkins Premium. So Protector is base, Preferred is middle ground, Premium is creme de la creme. So when it comes to shingles, you're still going to get very high quality products with us, even with our base package. So even with our Protector package, we are using CertainTeed Landmark shingles, which are the best shingles on the market. I'll show you real quick here. I wasn't planning to do this, but you'll get a little look behind the scenes into my Google here as you're watching. Check this out. One of my buddies at ABC took this picture. Here's Owens Corning Duration shingles, 7 bundles. Here's 7 bundles of GAF Timberline. Here's 7 bundles of Heritage, which is Tamco. And here's 7 bundles of Landmark CertainTeed. That's what we're using. You can see how high the CertainTeed is. The only one that's higher is the Landmark Pros, which are going to be another thing that we offer. So these are the ones that we offer. These are all the same, 7 bundles. CertainTeed is the thickest, best shingle on the market, and it's the only shingle that has a color warranty. So that includes a color warranty because they put copper beads within their granules, and those copper beads are going to stop algae growth. So they are the only shingle manufacturer with a color warranty. And then Landmark Pros are their higher version of architectural shingles. So that is one of the things that we will be looking at. As I had clicked into the wrong tab there. So it happens when I do things on a whim, but I'm a one record type of guy. I don't do multiple takes. If you watch my videos, guess what? All those videos are one take. You may be surprised to learn. So Perkins Protector shingle roof, sorry, we're in the flat roof. The shingle roof is going to include the CertainTeed Landmark shingles, and it's going to include 60 mil polyglass IRXE underlayment. This is going to give you a 7-year Perkins Roofing warranty, a 10-year polyglass warranty, and a 12-year CertainTeed warranty. That's your base price that you're going to get from us. Your middle option here, Perkins Preferred, is going to upgrade the underlayment. So instead of IRXE, which is 60 mils, we're going to use MTS Plus, which is also 60 mils, except it's more rigid. It's a better product in my mind, and it's also a little bit more expensive. It also has a longer UV rating. The IRXE is only 90-day UV rating, where MTS is 180, because IRXE is black, so it kind of bends, and in the summer when it's hot, it gets really melty. The Perkins Preferred is also going to upgrade your shingles from the CertainTeed Landmark to the Landmark Pro. So you're going to get those thicker shingles, the thickest in that whole chart that we just looked at. And what does it cost? An extra $42.50 a square. So it depends on how big your house is and how much it's going to cost. Same price per square, no matter how big or small the house. 10-year Perkins Roofing warranty, 20-year polyglass warranty. So you're updating your Perkins from 7 to 10. You're updating your polyglass from 10 to 20. And 15-year CertainTeed warranty. So going with the Pro shingles, you're upgrading your CertainTeed warranty from 12 years to 15 years. Now, Perkins Premium, our creme de la creme option for the shingles here, is going to be a double underlayment. So you're going to install both the IRXE and the MTS. MTS goes down first, then the IRXE. And we're installing our Landmark Pro shingles. With this, you're getting a 12-year Perkins warranty, still 20 on the polyglass. I don't know why they don't go up to 30 on the double layer under shingle, because I guess the shingles aren't going to last that long. So they won't go to 30, but they will tile, even though you're doing double layer with tile, but whatever. That's polyglass. 15 years CertainTeed, and you're going to get a secondary water barrier insurance credit on the insurance premium by doing a double layer. And so if you're smart and you Google things, you can Google how much money will I save in Florida by doing a secondary water barrier. Your answer will be roughly about $1,000 is the average home you will save on your insurance by putting that down in a year. So imagine if you're going to have this house for 10 years, you're going to save $10,000 by doing that. This might cost you, because it's $165 a square. So we can do a little bit of math here. If we have 20 squares times 165, that's going to cost you $3,300. That means you will get your money back on average, on the average Florida discount, within a 3 to 4 year period. So all you got to do is Google to find out what the average is. But if you Google it, it says roughly $1,000 on your average size home. So obviously smaller homes are going to be less, bigger homes are going to be more, because the insurance credit's going to be based on per square foot and value of the home. Now our last option here is Perkins Coastal. Perkins Coastal is going to be if you're waterfront, if you're within 1,500 feet from water. So how do you find that out? We have a handy dandy setback tracker. You can find this on Gulf Coast's website, gulfcoastsupply.com/education/product warranties. If you scroll down with Gulf Coast, I love this tool, you can see a map. In this map, you can type any address, and it's going to show you if you're close to a canal. For fun, let's go ahead and put our Miami address, 575 Northwest 152 Street, Miami. And we can see here, oh, thankfully we don't have to do aluminum metals or non-corrosive metals because we're off 95. We're not near the water. But we have a nice little layer here that tells you where you're at. And let's go to Fisher Island. We'll go to 7900 Fisher Island. Let's see if that's near the water. Oh, yep. And see here, if you're within 1500 of breaking surf, like this building, that's breaking surf. That's the water. That's a bay. Large bays, I guess you'd consider a large bay instead of the ocean. That's okay. Guess what? It's still in that large bay zone, so that means you still have to put a metal roof on here. So now if this was marsh only, then you still wouldn't be okay because of this little boat entrance, which is what that part is. So this tells you where, when you type in your address, you can type in any address in the world and it'll pop up. It'll tell you if you have to do aluminum, copper, or stainless steel. If you're within the circles, you need to do it. Otherwise, you're going to rust out prematurely and your roof will fail way before it should. So we can see, which happens, just saw a metal roof the other day that was rusting because someone put a steel roof on the water. So happens all the time. Additional pricing for the premium, by the way, was $165 a square. The preferred was $42.50, and the coastal is $215 a square. So basically, the coastal, what you're doing is you're taking this premium roof and you're upgrading all the metals to aluminum. So all the valley metal is going to be aluminum. All the drip metal is going to be aluminum. All the wall flashing metals are going to be aluminum. All the nails are going to be stainless steel nails instead of their regular nails, galvanized nails that we're using, galvanized dipped nails. We're going to be using aluminum or stainless steel nails. So we're updating all the nails for the whole house as well, which is a lot of nails for a shingle roof. So that's what you're getting when you pay this at $215 per square. Is you're getting aluminum metals with stainless steel fasteners so they do not corrode on the water. Relevant resources you can see here on a little thing. You can go to our YouTube channel and learn more. That's probably how you're watching this right now. Additional bonus packages. We have some new bonus packages that are going to be available to add to any of these packages for each type of roof. Perkins Priority. This is for if you know you want to do your roof and you have a set date, you're going to do it. Either you want to be home or you don't want to be home. You want to be in Europe at the time of the roof. We have customers that do that. Then you can say, hey, I want you to do my roof. Even though right now, at the time of this recording, it's November, you can say, hey, Tim, I want you to schedule me for March 15th. To do that, I'll do it, but you're going to have to pay for the Perkins Priority because that means I'm bookmarking you already for something way in advance instead of just doing you when we get the permit and when we're ready to go. So if you want a reserved date, you must be Perkins Priority. Or if you want to jump to highest priority, if you say, I need my roof done tomorrow, like I need my roof done now, jump me ahead of all of your other customers. I will do that. That's Perkins Priority. You will be paying extra money, but if you want Perkins Priority, you can do that and we will jump you ahead of all other customers. We're only doing 3 of these per month because I can't jump everybody ahead of everybody else or else it's an infinite game of leapfrog. So realistically, we can only do 3 of these a month for Perkins Priority. So if you want me to jump you ahead of everybody else, or if you want to reserve a particular date, Perkins Priority is the option that you'll be selecting. Perkins Professional. Perkins Professional, meet the owners. If you want to meet me or if you want to meet Marco, the owners of the company, you need to pay for Perkins Professional. What you get with this package is you will get a one-on-one pre-construction meeting with me or Marco, depending on your location, what branch you're going to be using. You'll get a one-on-one meeting with one of us, and that is pre-construction to talk to you about the project and what you want before the project and talk about planning your project. And then also you will have an on-site progress meeting with the owner, so myself or Marco, and you will also have a final walkthrough with the owner. So if you want to make sure that the owner is on the job site, whether that's me or Marco, you need to pay for Perkins Professional, and then you can get that. It's an upgrade option. Perkins Perfect, and these all have set prices per project. So ask your sales rep about if you want this, and you will get it. And we can also add it to any contract. Perkins Perfect. This is including all potential headaches. No worries. This is our no worries roof. It includes permit fees, engineering fees, wood replacement, stucco repairs, post roof wind mitigation, and more at a discounted rate within the base contract to avoid change orders. So all these things come with allowances, so they have maximum allowances, but at the same time, they're all discounted. So you're going to be getting your wood at a discounted rate. You're going to be getting your stucco at a discounted rate. You're going to be getting all these things at a discounted rate, but there is a maximum allowance involved. So if you don't want to deal with crap and you're just like, I don't want change orders, I just want to pay one price and know what my price is going in, then Perkins Perfect is for you. If you don't want to deal with change orders, if you don't want to deal with how much wood is replaced, if you don't want to deal with that kind of stuff, and you're just like, look, just give me one price for the whole thing so I can go rest my feet up on the beach or whatever and drink my cocktails, then Perkins Perfect is your package. Now, let's talk about tile roofs. We're going to jump over here into tile roofing. So you can see we have in the tile roof, it's going to be the same bonus values. You're going to have the same Perkins Priority, Professional, and Perfect options for your contract. And then under tile roof, you still have Protector, Preferred, Premium, and Coastal. And it's going to be in the same order. Protector is the base, Preferred is the medium, and Premium is your high end. Then Coastal is if you're within the water. If you're within the 1,500 feet of salt or brackish water, you've got to do Coastal. With tile and shingle, we don't require it. We only recommend it. But with metal, it's required for the warranty. And with flat roofs, it's going to be required for any system warranty. So you don't have a choice with flat roofs and metal roofs. With shingle and tile, you will have a choice, but I don't recommend it. The reason that you have a choice is because I know that the galvanized steel will probably still last the 10 years of the warranty I'm going to give you, but I highly doubt it's going to last 20, 25, 30 years that you want to get out of the roof. So once the warranty's done, that's best luck on you, but I don't recommend it. If you're within the coastal period, please upgrade to aluminum, copper, or stainless steel metals. All right, tile Perkins Protector. The tile Perkins Protector, as I've noted, we include way more in our base packages than most people are going to. For instance, our base package, we're including AH160 foam. So we're using the good foam. And if you haven't watched it, let's watch it right now. Check this out. YouTube AH160 wind tunnel test. Everybody needs to watch this video. Right. We're gonna watch a commercial, a YouTube commercial on a YouTube video. How about that? We're gonna fast forward here, but just check out, and I'll turn off this corny like 80s music or whatever they got going on here. But just check this out. You can see the wind tunnel video here. Two screws. On the left is the poly set. 110 miles an hour. Right here. This 110 miles an hour is what tile bond is rated for. So single component foams are rated for 110 miles an hour. The two screws are rated for 120, poly set for 160. So this would be the failure point of a single component foam, which is why it's important to know how people are installing your tiles. This is the most important thing about a tile roof, actually, is what are you using to install the tiles? If people are not using dual component poly set, you're going to have some serious problems on your tile roof. Watch this. Howie, you want your roof to be doing that? It's 120 miles an hour. That is a category 3 hurricane. 120 miles an hour. Category 3. You're losing tiles. And your tiles, even worse than losing the tiles, you see all that movement on your roof? All your fasteners are going to wiggle loose from that, and you're going to get a ton of leaks. I have done a number of tile roof insurance re-roofs lately, all that were screwed down from the hurricane from last year, from 2020, 2024, and we only had a Cat 2 on our side. Look at our poly side on the left. That's what we are installing. That's what you want in your roof. So, getting back over to our form here, you can see that our base roof is including AH160. This is the most important question you can ask if you're getting a re-roof quote on a tile roof. How are you installing my tiles? I hope everybody asks that question. So we are installing with the AH160, and we are also using TU Plus underlayment, which is much better than TU Max, which is only 60 mils, or Boral Shield, which is only 60 mils, or whatever else other crap is out there. TU Plus has the highest win rating of any tile underlayment on the market, and it's 80 mils thick, so it's thicker than most of them. The only one that's thicker is Flint Lastic. So let's look at base price. 7-year warranty, 20-year polyglass warranty, 25-year tile warranty on concrete tiles. Perkins Preferred, our middle ground package, is going to be a double underlayment with the concrete tiles. So we're going to use the same crappy concrete tiles that I hate. If you watch my concrete tiles suck videos, please do. And you can see we're using polyglass MTS Plus and TU Plus, so both layers, and the same dual adhesive foam. So 2 layers now instead of 1. So we're going to have a 60 mil and an 80 mil. It's 140 mils of roofing. What this does is going to upgrade your Perkins Roofing warranty from 7 years to 10. It's going to update your polyglass warranty from 20 years to 30 years. And you're also going to get your secondary water barrier insurance credit that we talked about with the shingle roof from doing this of $1,000 a year that you should be getting roughly. It's all on average. That's average in the state of Florida, according to Google. So additional pricing for this system is $160 per square. Perkins Premium. We have 3 tiers of premium. We have a premium Caribbean, a premium Mediterranean, and a premium modern. This all depends on what kind of tile you like. So the difference between the premium and the preferred is we're upgrading the tiles. We're done upgrading the paper. Now we're upgrading the tiles. So we're going to upgrade from the crappy concrete tiles to clay tile. Now, what clay tile do you want? The Caribbean tile is going to give you a Varia Caribbean or a Santa Fe S option. So you can see here, Varia Caribbean is $290 a square more. The Santa Fe S is $320 to $335, depending on what color you pick. The Mediterranean is going to give you a Mediterranean tile instead of a Caribbean tile. So Santa Fe is a Colombian company. Varia is Spanish, but their Caribbean tiles are a knockoff of Altusa tiles. The Mediterranean tiles are meant to be more like European tile. So this is the Spanish S tile. The Spanish S is $365 to $410 a square. Now we have our modern tiles, which are flat. Everybody loves the flat tile look. We have modern Tejas Borja or modern Varia flat tiles. The Tejas Borja run $340 to $520 a square, depending on your color. And the Varia flat run $575 because they're smaller, so it means more pieces, which means more money. And deluxe options, you can get Ludowici tiles, which are the best on the market, but they're also ridiculously expensive. And we have to price quote those on a job. Like those can only be job quoted. We cannot price those on a standard per square price. So if you want a job quote for Ludowici, let me know and I'll get that. So what you get with the premium is you're getting the 10 from Perkins. Sorry, there's actually 12 from Perkins. That's my bad. You're getting a 30 from Polyglass. You're getting a 50 if you do Tejas or Santa Fe tiles. And lifetime tile warranty is going to be Varia. They give you a lifetime tile warranty. Ludowici does a 75-year warranty, just in case you're wondering. Now, Perkins Coastal can be added to any of these options. Unlike the shingle is just one option for Coastal. The Coastal can be added to any of these. So the Coastal package to add to any of these options is $47.50 a square. So that is your tile roofing. If you have questions, please throw them in the comment box or question box or whatever you want to call it on the YouTube. Let's get to metal roofing. So make sure we're still here. My circle disappeared. Metal roofing. Metal roofing, we have a Caribbean and a regular metal roof. I don't have a template for Caribbean, but Caribbean is going to be for 5V roofing. Basically, there's Perkins Protector Caribbean, and there's Perkins Coastal Caribbean, and that's it. Because one is going to be steel and one is going to be aluminum. Those are your only 2 options for 5V. None of them have warranties. from anybody except for Perkins Roofing because it's an exposed fastener system. I don't recommend them, but we do them if you want it. Now, if you want a real metal roof, this is going to be for a hand-crimped standing seam roof, not for 5V. So our Perkins Protector is not going to be for 5V, and it's not going to, which is the island style, and it's not going to be for snap lock. Snap lock panels are also called standing seam. So if you ask for a standing seam roof, make sure you're getting a hand-crimped standing seam roof, not a snap lock standing seam roof. Snap lock panels are only rated for about 168 miles an hour wind, so just barely over tile, where hand crimped will be rated for 215 mile per hour winds. The rating will change depending on the number of fasteners used, so the ratings for HVHZ are going to be higher than the ratings for other places because you're using more screws and more clips. So keep that in mind. This is a moving target, this wind rating here. So I'm giving you approximates based on code. Now, our Perkins Protector is including MTS Plus and a mill finish standing seam roof with MTS Plus. So that means that the panel is not going to be coated. Mill finish means it's just the color of the metal. So this is your cheapest way to Texas to get a metal roof, is to do a mill finish panel and also get a good one because you're getting a hand crimped panel. So this is a mill finish hand crimped panel with MTS Plus 60 mils under it. Despite being mill finish, we are still going to provide all vent jacks for our penetrations, which are way more expensive than boots and way better because you're not having exposed screws on a hidden fastener roof, which never made sense to me, to screw a boot into a hidden fastener roof. Now that you don't have hidden fasteners anymore, those fasteners ain't so hidden anymore. So what is the difference? Go watch my commercial standing seam metal roof video, and I show you how to install a vent jack without exposed fasteners versus, I'm going to blow this guy up right here, unfortunately, in this video, but versus this dude who had this roof done by one of my competitors, and this is a boot where they screw the boot right on top of a hidden fastener system, not so hidden anymore, and then they just caulk the crap out of it. What happens is that the caulking will deteriorate, the screws will rust, and that's how this roof will fail and get leaks. This is not a 35 or 50-year roof. This is a 20-year roof because of those vents, unfortunately. So look at that. Beautiful standing seam roof ruined by screwing vents in from the top because people are cheap and lazy. That's what happens. We don't do that at Perkins Roofing, so you will get vent jacks. You will not have boots. On our metal roof, Perkins Protector is 7-year Perkins warranty, 20 polyglass, 25 on the metal against corrosion. And then you're also going to have the option to upgrade to XFR. In Miami-Dade and Broward, you will automatically be getting XFR. You cannot put MTS under metal in Miami-Dade and Broward. Perkins Preferred. So in Perkins Preferred, we are going to provide you Kynar coated panels. That's the difference. So instead of mill finish panels, we're going to have Kynar coated panels, which our Kynar is Fluorpon by Sherwin-Williams. It's done in the USA. All our metal is US steel, so that's all done in the USA. So everything is US with us. No Chinese crap. And when you Kynar coat the panels, you're putting a 35 to 50-year roof on. Because a mill finish, even out west, like even in Loxahatchee and Jupiter Farms, which are out west away from the ocean, those panels still get rust spots after 10 years. So if you don't want rust spots and you don't want rusting panels, then you want to Kynar finish them, even if you're not next to the water. So I really recommend at least doing the Perkins Preferred. I would never put this on my roof, the Perkins Protector, but some people don't have the money, or some people are going to resell the house, or it's a second home or a third home or whatever. At that point, I guess, do you. But I would always do the Kynar coating. Like, I would never not do the Kynar coating. That's the way I do things. I like to do things the right way from the first time instead of having to pay for it later. Additional pricing is $125 a square to add the Kynar coating. And what that's going to do for your warranty is it's also going to give you a 40-year Kynar warranty on chalking and color fade, and a 50-year Kynar warranty on chipping, cracking, peeling, or flaking. That's the big difference between Preferred and Protector on the metal roof. Now, Premium, you're upgrading your panels to Kynar coated and then also upgrading the underlayment to the XFR. So, unfortunately, if you are in Broward, the Keys, or Dade, you're going to be doing premium instead of preferred because you have to do XFR. You don't have the option. So that's automatically going to upgrade you to premium if you're in those places. If you're anywhere else in Florida, you have these options. But basically, if you're in Dade, you have premium option and you've got coastal HVHZ option, and that's it. That's just high velocity hurricane zone for you. Better code. I agree. That's what I think should be done. And hopefully the rest of the state will be following that one day, because putting screws in through tiles and doing mill finish roofs is really stupid. So leave it at that. Perkins Coastal. This is if you're within the 1,500 feet of salt or brackish water. Use the little chart that I showed you earlier to find out. And if you're within that area, then you need to be putting 032 aluminum. If you put one of these steel panels on within that area, you will not get a material warranty. I might give you 2 or 5 years or something like that from Perkins Roofing, but you will not get a material warranty from the manufacturer. They will not provide it if you're in those salt areas. You need to do aluminum at minimum. You can always be crazy and put a copper roof on or a stainless steel roof. Done that before. But aluminum is what I've done on my houses. So that's what I would recommend for you. And so this coastal option is going to include 032 aluminum painted, and it's also going to include 80 mil XFR. And that is $257.50 per square more than the mill finish standing seam panel. And that's going to get you 12-year Perkins warranty, a 25-year material warranties. And the funny thing is these actually go down on the coastal from the premium, even though it's more expensive, because if you're by the salt water destroys everything. Living waterfront is great, but it's expensive. It's just part of it. That's Florida. Welcome to Florida, people. So those are your metal roof options. Let's get to flat roofs now. We'll finish this out in good time. Try to keep this to 30 minutes or so. So our flat roofs, our protector is going to be a 2-ply flat roof. And we're not doing single plies here. Single plies are dumb, especially for residential. Never put TPO on a house. It's really stupid. Commercial, I would only put TPO on like a large warehouse. If there's going to be AC people and stuff on the roof, do not put TPO, because they will puncture the roof and you will get tons of holes in the roof. And then people are going to fight over whose fault it is. And it's going to be a pain in the butt. So that's why I don't do TPO, because it's very thin. So let's talk about it. 2-ply polyglass roof is our Perkins protector. So this is going to get you on a concrete deck, an SAV, and then a cap sheet torched. That's going to get you 240 mils right off the bat. So 240 mil is my base roof versus a 60 mil TPO. You do the math. That is 4 times the thickness, 240 versus 60. What would you rather have? 4 times as thick? Yeah. And guess what? The price difference is negligible between these two systems. Negligible. Now, wood deck. On a wood deck, you're going to install an elasto base before you put the SAV in the cap. So wood deck is going to be a little bit more expensive than if you're on a concrete deck. If you're on wood or if you're on metal, because we have to put something else down. On metal, we have to put a secure rock down, a 1/4-inch secure rock. If you're on wood, we have to put an elasto base down. So you have to get something else down before the roofing on wood or metal. So it will be a little bit more expensive versus concrete if you're comparing things between decks. Now, that's all under Perkins Protector. Your base price is going to get you a 7-year Perkins warranty, 20-year polyglass warranty, 20-year system warranty that you can get with polyglass. The system warranty costs a little bit more. That's for commercial properties. And you must have a minimum 1/8 inch slope. So the deck has to be pre-sloped, or it has to have lightweight insulation, or we have to add tapered insulation to get the commercial system warranties. You cannot get a system warranty if you don't have an 1/8 inch slope. Perkins Preferred. We're going to do 3-ply polyglass instead of 2-ply. So what we're going to do is we're going to add an extra layer of SAV. That's going to add 80 mils of thickness to the roof. So we're going to have a roof that goes from 240 mils to 320 mils. The comparable system for a 25-year warranty for TPO is an 80 mil TPO. So would you rather have 320 mils or 80 mils? Again, we are doing a ×4 on this. We are 4 times the thickness as TPO for 25-year warranty versus 25-year warranty, or 20-year warranty versus 20-year warranty. Kind of crazy. Additional pricing is $175 a square. You're going to get a 25-year polyglass warranty instead of 20 years. So you're upping the Perkins warranty from 7 to 10, Polyglass is going from 20 to 25. And any tapered insulation package can be added onto any of these systems. Perkins Premium. Perkins Premium is going to be our energy rated deluxe B3 ply polyglass flat roof, right? So what that means is we're upgrading our two SAVs to SAV Plus, which is 100 mils. So we're adding 40 mils of thickness for this roof. And guess what? TPO maxes out at 25 years. You can't get a 30-year warranty with TPO. I can get a 35-year warranty even with my systems. I can get you up to 35 years, depending on how thick we make this bad boy. But our premium is 30 years. If you want a 35, just ask me. We can do it. But we're also going to be upgrading our cap sheet to bright white. So when we add our energy rated cap sheet to the bright white and then up our SAVs to SAV pluses, that allows us to get 30 years from Polyglass. We have 360 mils versus 80 mil TPO, and we can get a 30-year warranty. And it's bright white, so you're also going to have energy rating just like TPO. Love it. Perkins Premium. That's $315 more per square over the base price. Coastal for flat roofs. Can't price it because it all depends on the terminations. Are you going 8 inches up the wall and stopping? Are you wrapping up the wall and putting a coping cap? Do you have scuppers on the roof? How many penetrations are on the roof? These are all things that are going to affect the pricing, because if you're going to be upgrading to coping caps, it's stainless steel. It's kind of expensive. So all these things need to be considered on a per job basis on flat roofs, because flat roofs have a lot of different terminations and finishes that you can do on them versus the sloped roofs we just talked about. So that is this video. Hopefully this was great information for you, and you have now learned about our systems: Perkins Protector, Perkins Preferred, Perkins Premium, and Perkins Coastal. Those are your options on all of our roofs. And even our standard protector is a much better system than the majority of contractors are out there bidding. So keep that in mind. Plus all our freebies, all our bonus values that we're providing to you. And also you have the options for priority, professional, or perfect roofing packages that you want to add. I hope this video was great for you. Give us a call if you want to quote Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Keys, 305 MIA Roof. For Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, or anywhere else in the state of Florida, give us a call, 561-559-ROOF. And don't forget, we also do roof repairs, we do roof maintenance, we do roof inspections, we do roof consulting, we do gutters, impact windows, concrete restoration, hardy board siding. We do everything. We do interior, we do bathrooms and kitchens. We can do anything that you dream of at Perkins Roofing and at Perkins Construction. So give us a call, and if you're interested in franchising, also let me know, and we can discuss franchise options. Until next time, peace out, everybody. We will see you later.